Well, hey, Ben, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Now, let's go ahead and have a quick chat. All right, before we get started with this video, okay, I want to let you guys know that I will, as well as the ladies of Ooh Ladies First panel, will be interviewing Anila of Married to Medicine on next week. Yes, that is the day after 4th of July, okay? So after y'all did y'all little, barbecuing and all that stuff on Monday, y'all winding down, come on over there and join us for an interview with Anila, okay? And that's going to be on my channel, okay? So we'd love to see you guys be there as well, okay? Now, speaking of Anila, let's go ahead and just cut. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut the SHI. We're gonna go ahead and get into the things. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this tweet that we saw from Miss Anila. Okay, now Anila put this up saying, "Girl, aren't you tired of that debunked storyline? Hashtag real receipts. Hashtag U-Haul collection. Hashtag you better be careful." Ain't that's what Toya told her at the reunion? Be careful. Be careful. Okay, be careful. Hashtag married to medicine. So she's tired of Toya and this whole storyline or whatever, because y'all know Anila did not pay. That's what the story is. She did not pay the makeup artist. She came to the reunion with receipts and literal receipts, okay? And Toya also came to the reunion with receipts of her own, which happened to be text messages from the artist. So when Anila was presenting her receipts, Toya said, yeah, you're showing receipts that you paid, but the issue at hand was that you did not pay on time. And that's what the conversation was that you and I were having at the time when we were on the bus. It was that you did not pay them in that moment, okay? So yeah. After we see this, the next thing you know, it looks like the artist came out and decided to let y'all know something too. She didn't pay me, the hair doc, okay? Well, actually, the hair doc, this looks like this could be the actual stylist, the hairstylist, said she didn't pay me on time. I repeat, did not pay me on time. When I sent the invoice, she said, wow, it's that expensive? I said, ooh, you should have discussed prices with Toya before even hiring me. It's so funny that they sent the invoice to Anila and she was shocked and shook, but she did not send the correct invoices or send the invoice at all to Miss Miss, what's that lady name? Lisa Nicole, when Lisa Nicole should have been paying her for her fashions and stuff, for her rocking her fashions and promoting it on the site, knowing that it was $400. Okay. So I just thought that was kind of interesting when it comes down to the whole invoices. But nonetheless, Miss Anila did get it paid. Okay. She may not have paid on time, but she got it paid. It may not come when you want it, but it'll be there right on time. Okay. I guess that's the energy she was operating off of. So she went ahead and got everything, honey, taken care of. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to, as we're talking about stylists, hairstylists, makeup, all of that, let's go ahead and get into y'all favorite person, Miss Eva. Okay, Eva did attend, I do believe it was the BET Awards. Okay, and she felt the need to let y'all know even further if saying it on social media was not enough. She decided to let America know, listen, I am still standing for my friend Michael Costello. Y'all go ahead and get into this little red carpet interview that she did with Extra. Check this out.
Okay, you look fabulous. Please tell us who you're wearing tonight.
Tonight we are wearing Michael Costello.
Can I ask you, is that a statement that you're wearing?
Very much so a statement.
Please tell us what the statement is.
The statement is that he is my friend and will always be my friend. I'm about the cancel culture when it comes to canceling police brutality and canceling inequities in pay amongst African Americans and their counterparts or gender inequality. But I'm not here for canceling people. I've never met a man without a mistake, and Michael's been a friend of mine for a very long time. And I think a test of a man is who he is when it's times of difficulty, not when it's time to triumph. So he designed and dresses for me while he was still designing for Beyonce. I was never too small or too anything for him. And so in his moment where people want to throw stones at him, I'm going to stand up and let him know and everyone know he still has people that ride for him.
So y'all just heard what Miss Eva had to say about her good friend Michael Costello and how she's still standing for him. She talked about people wanting to throw stones at him, and it's like, girl, he was just throwing a whole stone over there at Chrissy Teigen as if she needed more stones thrown her way. She could go down on her own. We really didn't need Michael's statement. only for it to come back that the statements that he made in the DMs that happened between she and him were actually not real DMs. Still trying to figure that out. So Eva's talking about other people that came out and spoke out against him. They were also telling their story. I feel like Eva considered the possibility and the fact that although that's your friend, I can't tell you not to support your friend. You know, that's your friend. You want to support your friend? Okay, girl, cool. I feel like you could have supported your friend without telling us about it. Okay, because I don't think Michael would go up to bat for you. But if that's going to be your friend and you're going to support them or whatever, consider the possibility that they also operated in a negative, unhealthy space towards your people like yourself, people of color. You know what I'm saying? So he was trash for that. You can promote his clothing all that you desire. In the outfit that you chose to wear on BET Awards actually wasn't even cute. I'm like, was it a throwback? Because I know he didn't make that for this event, because that wasn't cute at all. Okay, in my opinion, I did not like Eva's fashions at all. The choices that she chose to make while she's up here standing so hard for Michael Costello. Okay, but I mean, Eva's not gonna be canceled, okay? She got a show coming out on BET. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm probably gonna be over there tuned in, like, girl, what's happening over here? What is going on? Oh, is this what's going on? I think it's called All the Queen's Men or something like that, or All the King's Men. I think it's All the Queen's Men. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am gonna be tuned in, even though Eva could be extremely problematic. I think she should just get drugged accordingly. If she's gonna be problematic, you know. I mean, we don't have to necessarily cancel you, but I guess people will continue to make you feel uncomfortable and drag you accordingly as you're out here being a stand for a man that's not going to stand for you. Okay, I don't even know how many people he has stood for as far as BLM. Okay, but either way, honey, all I have for that, girl, is good love. But I want to hear y'all thoughts and comments down below, because y'all know I may not cover everything, okay, as I'm thinking about it in my head, but y'all may touch on some even better points. So y'all hop down in the comments and leave y'all thoughts down below on Miss Eva and her support of her good friend Michael Costello, because I definitely want to hear from you all. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead, honey, and we're gonna go ahead and move on. Okay, let's move on to Miss Nene Leakes. Let's talk about Nene Leakes. She did another interview with the Jasmine brand. Y'all know Nene Leakes has been on her interview tour for whatever reason. Not necessarily sure. Maybe it's gonna just bring more attention to her, even though she's not on TV right now. It'll bring attention to her Lenithia Lounge and maybe any of her boutiques and stuff like that. So, okay. She sat down with Jasmine Brand and she said something that wasn't too different than what she said on, I believe it was the interview she did with Hollywood Unlocked over there with Jason, where she talked about Shaunie O'Neal, and just feeling as though, when it comes to Shaunie and her being on television, it really isn't fair to the people that participate in the show with her, that they cannot address her accordingly. Because if they do, they're operating out of, well, really, they can't, because they're operating out of fear. And if they do, I mean, they're in jeopardy of losing their job, you know, and that's not necessarily how it's going to work. If you're going to be a cast member of the show that you created or whatever, you have to be fair across the board. And I agree with Nene on that. I mean, it definitely takes somewhat of the fun out of it when you have been, I mean, of course, last season of, or the last 2 seasons of Basketball Wives, with the issues surrounding OG, the colorism issues and everything, the problematic behavior of Evelyn. Yeah, it took the fun out of it. But prior to that, just with Evelyn, I'm not Evelyn, but just with Shaunie, I mean, like, if Brandy calls you a BIT, then you a BIT. Okay, Brandy probably was saying what we all were thinking. So why is it that Brandy couldn't return to the show? I feel like Brandy may have returned that next season in a limited capacity, and then following that, we ain't see Brandy no more, or something like that. So I just like, no, like, if you're going to be on the show, I feel like she should too be fair game. That makes me think of Married to Medicine with Mariah. Mariah created the show. She brought it, she shopped it around or whatever. It got picked up. She was a part of the show. Those ladies dragged Mariah so much so that they booted her out of the situation. But I still feel like Mariah played the game fairly by being on Married to Medicine. So I feel like it's only right if Shaunie does the same, or be on the show in a limited capacity, or not at all. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments on that down below, and what you think Nene had to say about Shaunie being unfair to, like, the cast members, and them not being able to come at her as they would come at the other girls like Evelyn, like Malaysia, like Jackie. Okay, they should be able to also come at Shaunie in the same fashion. If they got an issue with Shaunie, they should be able to, you know, address their issues with her without having any, you know, catch back, I guess that would be the best term. But y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments about that down below, okay? Let's get into the ladies of Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so y'all know the season is on its way, honey. It's like a good week or so away. I believe it drops on July 11th, so the girls are excited. The girls are excited. We are waiting, okay? Because one thing Real Housewives of Potomac gonna do, they're gonna give. They're gonna give us entertainment. They're gonna give us shade. They're gonna give us our full attention, if that makes sense. They're gonna give us our full attention as we watching the show. We're gonna be like, ooh, girl, and what happened next? Ooh, So we're gonna be completely tuned in. We already know that they're giving. And what's the most interesting thing for me is the fact that we haven't even heard a whole lot about the ladies and about the upcoming season. And we're already super excited about what's to come. You know, previously, like with Real Housewives, it's been times where information would leak and it would make us more excited about like, oh, what's going to happen now? I can't wait to see how this is going to go, because you hear little tidbits drop. But the ladies have done a very good job of keeping things so close, tight knit. Okay, we haven't learned a whole lot aside from the little shade that Gizelle threw at Miss Wendy, honey, when she was on the Breakfast Club talking about how she's not interesting and stuff. So we know there's going to be an issue there. And let me say this while it's on my mind before we get into their taglines, because that's what I want to talk about. Y'all, I'm wondering if Wendy's going to be the new girl. Meaning, y'all know how they have somebody that they may gang up on or something, or try to gang up on or whatnot. I'm wondering if that could potentially be Miss Wendy or Dr. Wendy. I'm wondering if that's going to be her. I mean, you know, Wendy ain't going to be bullied by nobody. That's all P. But I feel like last year, you know, there was so much controversy surrounding the situation dealing with Candiace and Monique that Wendy didn't really get the newbie energy that usually, you know what I'm saying? That the hazing that Gizelle and them like to do. Wendy didn't necessarily get that energy. So I'm wondering if this is going to be her season, and maybe Mia's is going to be next season since she's new. And the reason why I say that is because the ladies did an interview with a Bravo IG Live. And I know one of the questions was asked of Mia, like, what did she think about, I guess, Dr. Wendy, like, what were her thoughts about her? And it was a little shade to me because she mentioned how she thought and how she saw Dr. Wendy. She always thought that she was on her professor stuff. She was a political commentator. She had a particular viewpoint of how Wendy was based on how she saw her on TV and to get to know her as she started to join the show. But she kind of mentioned that things changed over time, and with everybody else she may be good except for that person, and that person meaning Wendy. So seeing that she got an issue with Wendy, seeing that Gizelle also, based on how she said it, may have an issue with Wendy, Robyn may be indifferent but more so leaning towards the side of Gizelle, it just kind of makes me wonder. And then y'all know how Ashley get. Ashley will hold on to something even if she told you like, oh, we're good, don't worry about it, we're fine, I'm moving on, apology. Ashley will still hold on to something that you did, and Ashley could potentially still be holding on to what Wendy did as far as making her feel a way about bringing her child on that trip last year when they went to Monique's lake house or whatever. So yeah, I'm wondering if Wendy may be the new girl that they're going to pick on, but we'll just have to see. Okay, it's really exciting coming up with all of these I wonder ifs, you know, these speculations, and just kind of trying to piece out what's going to happen and who's this person and what's going. So that's kind of fun, but I'm excited, you know, to not have any information, but we're going to get into it. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about these taglines. Okay, I'm about to go ahead and let y'all get into Miss Gizelle first, honey. Good. And the order that I'm going in is the order as how the preview plays, okay? And let me just go and be clear. Gizelle is first and Karen is last. The two most important people on the show, let Bravo tell it, okay? Y'all feel like Gizelle get away with a lot. Y'all feel like she's quote-unquote teacher's pet, okay? And Karen, for the most part, is a fan favorite. So it makes sense why Gizelle is opening up the credits and Karen is closing the credits. And it's also interesting to see them on two opposite sides of the spectrum, because for me, that means that they still gonna continue to have problems as the season continues to progress. But let's go ahead and get into Gizelle's, her tagline. Let's talk about it.
The secret to this pretty face is staying in the shade.
All right, y'all saw that. Sorry about that, guys. All right, y'all saw what Miss Gizelle had to say. I'm going to do it one more time for y'all.
The secret to this pretty face is staying in the shade.
Okay? Now, listen, she is good at throwing some shade. She's also good at being in other people's business and not wanting people in her business. So I thought that was interesting when she said one of the ways to maintain this pretty face is by, staying in the shade. So I feel like with that, yes, she maintains her pretty face and she tries to maintain her pretty image by putting your tea out there and not necessarily her own tea. So for me, I feel like that's what is going to continue to give this season. Okay, I don't know if she's going to open up more about Jamal. It looks like we got a little snippet that she's going to open up. We're going to see. But she's really good at, staying in the shade, staying pretty, but also putting your business out there while her business is kind of covered, okay? So that's what I'm getting from Miss Gizelle. So let's go ahead and move on to the next person that they gave us, honey. Let's get into her.
If you want to pop off, I'll be happy to get you adjusted.
All right, y'all got Miss Mia. Miss Mia said, if you want to pop off with me, I'll be happy to get you adjusted. I was like, ooh. Interesting. So when I hear the pop off, and then get adjusted, I think about the back. Okay, so you know how like you go to the chiropractor or whatever, and they may do some little pops in your back or whatever and get you adjusted, make sure everything is good. I'm not sure it'd be his background, but that's what it's giving me. And if that is indeed her background, dealing with anything in chiropractic work or her husband or something like that, that's a good one. Okay, that was okay, cool. And we clearly see from the previews that she's gonna be quick to pop off and get somebody adjusted as she throws the lettuce in Candiace's face, okay? And Candiace throws it right on back, okay? We're going to get into that. That is too funny. But her tagline is cute. But I do want y'all to rate the tagline of everybody, okay? Like, what is the order, okay? Out of the 7 ladies, okay? 7 being last, okay? Who's number 1 all the way down to number 7? Who do you guys like? Whose tagline do you guys like the best? Okay, y'all let me know. But let's go ahead and get into the next person that came up, which was
I may keep you
Robyn.
waiting, but trust me,
okay.
I'm worth it.
She says, I may keep you waiting, but I'm worth the wait. Listen, I feel like that's a 2-for-1 type thing because y'all know Robyn typically shows up late to events. She typically shows up very late to events, but she says that it's going to be worth it. I guess, Robyn, I mean, we saw her last year be on time more, but we also are going to see her this season where she's, I guess, in a depressional state. I wonder, not really sure why. And the wedding being postponed between she and Juan. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I mean, for me, I feel like you may keep us waiting, but you worth the wait. That definitely deals with Robyn being late to events, so for sure. But I wonder what connection does it have to her relationship with Juan? Okay, I mean, hell, obviously, he kept you waiting, and obviously you felt like it was worth the wait because y'all definitely hung in there, lived with each other all the way up until the point y'all decided that y'all weren't gonna go nowhere. But knew that from the beginning. Y'all weren't gonna go nowhere and decided to get remarried to each other anyway. So I kind of feel like, girl, what's a few more years to wait, honey? Y'all don't waited this long time and wasn't going nowhere, was not leaving each other at all. So I guess it was worth the wait. Let's go ahead and get into the next person, which is Ashley. Okay.
The only thing messier than 2 boys is me.
Child. Miss Ashley. Ashley said the only thing messier than 2 boys is me. We have to give Ashley a hand clap because Ashley knows her assignment. And that assignment definitely pisses me the hell off often, but she knows that she can be super bestie. We really saw that last season where she kept up a lot of mess, especially when they started to show us footage that we didn't see. It was really Ashley starting a lot of the shit. Okay, and she just went ahead and skirted through everybody. She just went ahead and went unscathed. I didn't like that at all because she just had a baby and she better not use that second baby as an excuse to not get drugged this season, girl, okay? And that's just that on that, honey. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person.
My blessings are many, and my patience is none.
I don't know what to say about this one, y'all. My blessings are many, but my patience are none. I don't know what to think about that one. We shall see. What is that? My blessings are many. My patience is none. I want to see how that's going to translate into the show, because how I'm thinking about it, which is actually off the charts in my head, I'm over here thinking about your blessings. Okay, your blessings are many, right? A lot of people like to clown her for living in her home, her mom's home, and having a different type of things available to her. You know, one of them rich kids, basically. That's how she grew up. She got all these blessings, she got this money, all this other stuff, got this house or whatever, things that she got. Okay, cool, right? And then she went on to even get a bigger house with her husband and stuff. Okay, great. But her patience is none, and that makes me think about how she, excuse me, responds to people on social media with the quickness. She don't take the time to think about what she says when she's firing off. When you done pissed her off, she's going in. She don't have the time to think about it. So that's what I think of when I hear my blessings are many and my patience is none. But I want to see how that's going to relate to her storyline throughout the show. We know that her husband is going to be managing her. So is that where you're going to be feeling as though like, oh, I ain't got the time for this? Okay, so we're going to see how this is going to play out for Candiace, but I want y'all to leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Let's go ahead and get into Miss Wendy. I keep wanting to say Miss, but I know if she was in my face, she'll check me and it'll be Dr. Wendy. So let's go ahead and get into Dr. Wendy. Let's talk about that.
This professor doesn't just grade on the curve, she sets the curve.
It's cute. I like it. Okay, the professor doesn't only just grade on the curve. Okay, she sets the curve. I feel like that's her saying, I set the standard, girl. I set the bar. All right, I know some of y'all may not want to hear her professor talk anymore now that she's on this season, but she may still be a professor. Even though I feel like, did she have the conversation with her mama last season about not wanting to be a professor anymore? I cannot remember. Now, if she's not going to be doing any professor work, I may feel a way about the tagline, but after a while, I'm gonna forget about it anyway, girl. But it's still cute though. I like that. But next year, Wendy, if you're not a professor, we're gonna need you to get a new tagline. Okay, you're gonna have to come up with a better one than that. Okay. But that's cute. I ain't mad at it, girl. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the last person, last but not least, okay? Because she had to give you guys something, okay, to wait for. Here it is.
Can never be duplicated, imitated, or intimidated.
Period. Okay, that's what Karen was giving y'all. Period. Now, I did not like Karen's antics on last season, but like I told y'all in other videos, this season I'm giving everybody a clean slate, and that's all P. Everybody getting a clean slate. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay, let me tell y'all, Mama Karen has been serving the girls. Okay, y'all cannot duplicate the grand dame. Y'all can't do none of that. I'm often imitated, but never duplicated. So all you women out here trying to be like me, hey Gizelle, how are you, girl? You can never. Okay, you can never. So that's the energy that she's giving me. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I don't know how it's going to relate to her actual storyline, but we shall see who is out here trying to imitate and duplicate Miss Karen. Who is out here trying to do that? I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing is going to play out, y'all. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below. If I could rate from 1 to 7 who I like the most, let me see who I like the most. Let me go through this, okay? I think Mia gets a 1 for me. I think I'm gonna give Mia's in first. I think I like her tagline the best. Okay. After that, y'all, and I don't even like this girl, but I'm gonna give her a fair chance this season. I'm gonna try. Ashley gonna have to get the 2nd for me. Okay. Ashley got that one. The only thing messier than 2 boys is me. Girl, you knew. If nobody else knew, you knew, and I'm glad you know now. After that, I would have to give it to Dr. Wendy. So that's Mia, then Ashley, then Dr. Wendy. Then I would have to give it to, let's see. Oh, y'all, this is difficult. I'm trying to see. The Grand Dam can never be duplicated or imitated or intimidated. That's another thing. Y'all can't intimidate this. I think I'll probably get that one to Karen. Okay. What I said, Mia, Ashley, Wendy, Karen. And then it's going to probably be Gizelle. The secret to this pretty face is staying in the shade. I feel like Gizelle knows her assignment too. Sometimes she comes off like she's the Kenya Moore of this show. You know, she just does what she produces. She does what she needs to do to make the scene look good. And a lot of y'all hate her for it, just like y'all do with Kenya. After that, I would have to give it to... I just give it to Candiace and then to Robyn. Okay, I just give it to that. I ain't really understand Miss Robyn's whole weight thing like that. I'm like, okay. I mean, it does make sense as far as you going to events and stuff, but I guess it also makes sense for your marriage. Okay, so I really wanted to tie her and Candiace at the same time, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna give Robyn 7, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give Miss what's her name? Candiace number 6. Okay, so I guess that's rating. I guess you could say that's rating, or at least put them in order. If it's not so much as a rate for each one, like, oh, I give that one an 8 or give that one a 9, put it in order of which ones you like the best to the ones that you like the least. Okay, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram as well as Twitter at Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye bye.